little effort it was to come in here first, go up there, plus I was able to activate the other fountain in the same run. I just had to do a little bit of backtracking to come back here and take a slightly different path in order this time to get to the priest or the guru in order to get the item I need to open that last door. Kill this guy real quick to get a piece of bread, there we go. And hey look, it's one of those dragon guys. Oh yes, what fun. I'm gonna hit him from afar with my fireballs. I'm not gonna go straight at him right now, I don't have to. I don't need to fight him straight up yet. Couple of fireballs more and he should be taken care of, there we go. He's done, and now go ahead and enter this room. There's a guru that we need to meet with, or the priest. And he's like, hey, use this key! Yeah, okay, thank you for, giving us the key now that we need it. And he gives us the key of Joker, the Joker key, the J-O key, that we need in order to open that door with the final fountain in it. And I didn't mean to do that, but the item I just grabbed right there, just trying to get down here, is a poison bottle that obviously hurts you instead of heals you. Thankfully, it's not like an instant kill, it's not a slow progression of death, it's just a little bit of tiny health gone. And then whatever. I have a red potion, thankfully. So I can go ahead and use the red potion. It's going to refill all my health all the way up. And hey, we're good as new. Now I'm going to jump down here, land on here, and go off, fall, and go back over, and now enter this door using my Joker key that I just got from that guru. There we go, and now in this room we have one stupid dragon guy to deal with. And I'm going to do... I had to fight one-on-one. I might as well, I don't have enough magic really, so I'll just go ahead and fight him one-on-one. He's pretty easy, as you just saw. Walk over and hey look, there's another old man standing next to a fountain. I wonder if he activates that fountain if I talk to him. So yeah, he blasts for a second, boom, he gives us the final fountain we needed to activate it, and he also gives us a ring if we talk to him a second time. If you don't talk to him the second time, he doesn't give you the ring, and you would go back and find out, hey look, that old guy would give you the ring. Which is, of course, a real piece of crap if you leave this area and you're like, oh wait, I gotta go all the way back and talk to that guy again? Why didn't he give it to me in the same set of dialogue after he activated the fountain? So anyway, you talk to him the second time, he gives you the Ring of Ruby, which allows you to push certain rocks. The only rock I think you can push in the game is the rock that's blocking the fountain, which I guess is the most important rock to deal with. But it's just overall not really worth the effort, it's really worthless. You use it once and it's done, kind of like I use that pickaxe. Even though you can get multiple pickaxes in the game from other enemies, which you can just go ahead and use them to get some extra gold by selling them back to the shop. But still, they just, most of the items are just one use, they're done, you didn't need to ever pick up another one ever again. Buying some dried meat real quick, there we go. Fill up my health and my magic back up. Now I'm going to go back to this shop real quick before continuing on. Because after I go back up here, I'm going to be leaving. I won't be coming back to this town. And I'll go ahead and buy another pair of winged boots, which I'm going to need in that next area. Have to watch the money slowly count down. Watch my money drain away. I might as well while I'm also here. Yes, I want to buy. Thank you. Come on. I'll go ahead and also buy the studded mail armor. Now, this is probably the only armor I'll buy other than getting the final armor in the game, which you have to get. So, go ahead and equip that armor. You actually see his sprite changes, so it looks like I have an armor set on, but no pants. Kind of humorous, actually. I'm also going to go ahead and buy a key. Yes, I want to buy. I'll just buy an extra jack key real quick. I don't think I'm going to need an extra jack key, but I'll just buy one just to make absolute sure that I don't need it. But I will make sure I go ahead and buy a queen key. There we go. And exit out. Now we're going to be leaving this town. We won't be coming back to it in this run. Right up. And up here. And go off to the left here. We're going to go past the door that we went through that whole dungeon. And as you probably saw before when I was going into that dungeon, that there was a whole other area to the left. There it is. You can see the fountain's working now. Use that ring to push the rock out of the way. The rock just completely disappears after I push it. And hey, look, another door to enter, and we're going to use the queen key to enter it. And the World of Mist. Not not Myst the PC game, but just a world of Myst, is around us as we are now in a spooky area of the game, the next area where we'll be spending a lot of time in. Our next item that actually we're going to be looking for is a pendant, which I'm really not even sure how much is really needed in the game, and it ends up being one of the more, well, interesting items in the game, because when you get it, it's supposed to increase your attack power, but in fact it does the opposite. Now, from what I've gathered, it looks like it seems like a town of the one town is kind of like a shady town that you find the information about the pendant from. So it could just be that they're lying to you to find this pendant just so you have it and it ends up hurting you. Or it could be a game glitch, or a combination of both, or whatever. So it's one of the more interesting items in the game, but I guess for completion's sake, I'll go ahead and grab it. It'll end up hurting me, but it really, all it ends up affecting is instead of 3 hits to kill something, let's say, it'll take 4 hits to kill something. In this town that we just made it to, I went ahead and bought the Thunder spell, which is, of course, better than the spell I have been using, the default basic spell. So now I have the Thunder spell equipped instead. And now continue on. Bunch of bugs apparently want to stop me from getting to where I want to go. Take them out. Okay, there we go. Kill him, fall down, and continue off to the right. Watch out for these enemies, those little orc guys, they can be a real pain. The other enemy, the big skeleton guys, are also the same deal, where they follow exactly where you're. They'll come up just within hit distance. So you have to stand still, they'll come right up to you, and you can just keep poking at them, but if you try to walk forward at all, they just poke you right back and send you backwards. So they can be a real big pain, one of the worst enemies to deal with, because they also crowd ladders if you're not careful and other things that try to prevent you. They can also knock you back off screens, which will probably happen at least once or twice throughout my run-ins with them. Take out another one there. Up this ladder. Watch out for the weird slime guys. They're coming down. They grab me a little bit of money, and I missed a jump. That's great. Usually don't make these jumps, but miss these jumps. I mean, but the jumping mechanic can be, like I said, a little bit off, and you can sometimes, when you have that running thing going, you can end up over jumping something, not even intentionally. You don't think you're going to, but all of a sudden that little boost of speed comes in, and you end up going way over your intended goal. Now, there's 3 doors right there, end up leading just to basic enemies in rooms that aren't really any use. There is some items in there. If you kill them, sometimes they'll spawn, sometimes they won't, so you can manipulate to get them. But we really don't have to deal with them. Go ahead and kill this snake and get a piece of bread. Go ahead and use my queen key to open this door up. Okay, now here is the dungeon that actually contains the pendant that we're going to be getting that ends up hurting us in the end. Like I said, just for mainly completion's sake, I'll go ahead and get this item. Watch out for that guy. Go up this ladder all the way on the right. Stupid frog guy's trying to get a hold of me here. Climb up. Like I said, there's one of those guys who, no matter what, I was going to get hit by that guy, because it's just bad placement by the programmers to pretty much prevent you in all ways from being able to get past that guy without taking at least 1 hit of damage. Go ahead, kill this walking guy. He's one of the more annoying enemies, but he drops a lot of money. So there's going to be another one of those guys later on in the next. I think it's going to be the next. I think it's the next dungeon. But we'll be using him actually to do that little bit of grinding I mentioned earlier that I'm going to have to do just to get enough money to buy the next weapon. I think that's going to be coming up in the actual next dungeon. It'll be against these walking blue guys. Couple more hits. There we go, he's done. Grab some money. The other orc guy falls down, so I might as well take him out. There we go. Make the jumps. Head off. Okay, more orc guys. Take them out. The graphic styling of this game actually really reminds me of 8 Eyes, maybe just because I'm one of the people that really like 8 Eyes. But I think it's just the way some of the animations of the sprites are. They look exactly like some of the characters, or at least some of the models that would have been used in that game, even though they're made by completely separate companies. Now, of course, that was the Dragon Boss that we fought before, but he didn't have any special music or anything. And hey, look, here's a boss of, hey, another dragon guy. This one is actually the tougher one, even though he looks exactly the same. He actually fires more fireballs at me at a single time before he does that little fly-up move. But by taking him out, I get the pendant that I mentioned, that now I have to hit everything probably 1 more extra hit. fighting the dragon guy, which is worth fighting the dragons just to get the money they end up dropping, so it'll help me later on. Okay, and there was no way, almost, I was going to be able to get off that ladder. I'm taking this guy out, because he ticked me off now by hitting me. And you saw he did a lot of damage. Now, if I had a shield, he wouldn't do as much damage, or if I had the better armor, he wouldn't do as much, but since I haven't gone ahead and just spent the money to pick them up, just to save time, that, they can be a real big pain. And here's another one. I hate these guys, too, the frog guys. They can hit me. I gotta be careful so I can get out of this dungeon without taking too much more damage. Continuing on. Go down the ladder. Watch out for the bull guys, as there's the door. Exit out. Drop down. Go over, and this time we're going over to the left. I'm going to have to use the winged boots again. This is the second time you have to use the winged boots, and that's to get up to that ladder on the upper left corner here. Watch out for that guy. Take